What have I been doing?
It's fucked up. That's all we'll say.
Stop it. Just start the show.
What I'm doing? I'm just sitting here drinking
Scott's over there
soda.
in a cloud of smoke because he's so bored he's smoking himself to death.
Smoking out all the damn fruit flies that keep showing up.
Yo, dude, put bleach down your garbage disposal.
Well, that sounds like a good idea.
Little life pro tip right there.
Steve hacks. Everybody cross hacks.
Okay, I just didn't do the audio test. Do you think it's just safe?
You guys are gonna like hate me in fucking 5 minutes. Sonny's about to get back with a fat ass burger and some cheese curds. I'm just gonna be like,
Yo, as long as that shit's not like wrapped in 10 chip bags.
it won't be.
Yeah, I guess the audio sounds okay. I sounded weird.
I was gonna say, you always say that it sounded bad and the next day.
No, it's what I can't tell is, but I lowered your guys' volume. I think it's gonna be good. No worries. Okay, I'm ready.
We're ready.
Recording. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hello, gamers and friends of gamers. Welcome to Irrelevant Gamers Discuss, a weekly show where 4 dudes sit down and talk about video games and life. It is August 18th, 2016. My name is EA Skeezy. The entire Irrelevant crew is ready. First, we got Jason.
What's going on, folks? How y'all doing tonight?
Yeah, what up? Next, we have Kyle.
Hello, Colonel Fats here. What up?
Yeah, and last but not least, Cross Joint TV, or Steve.
Yo, welcome guys, enjoy.
Yeah, we have a great show in store for you this evening. Our main topic tonight will cover side quests. Woohoo! Everything from our favorites to our most hated. We also have No Man's Sky talk. Yay. No.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, we're also going to talk Metroid, Metal Gear Survive, a new game coming out, Pokemon, Dark Souls, Final Fantasy, and more. But first, here is the scenario. Good one. I hope you guys are ready. You have been chosen to be the main actor in a new movie. The movie is a romantic comedy where your character slowly seduces and wins over the heart of Ellen DeGeneres. In the end, the two of you ride an actual magic carpet toward the sunset over the ocean, once again in search of Nemo. That's besides the point. The director has chosen you for this role specifically for your improv skills. Everyone wants to know how you would successfully win over Ellen DeGeneres. Go.
I'll tell you right now.
All right.
I'd go through that Caitlyn Jenner operation.
Yeah, there it was.
I'd become transgendered. You know what I'm saying?
Transgendered.
That would do it.
it.
And that would do it. That's all it takes.
Okay.
I think I would just try and get her drunk. Eventually it would work.
Try to get her drunk.
I feel like riding a magic carpet with a beer would be
awesome.
awesome.
Transgender, and then it's just gonna work out, and then you're gonna get her drunk.
That is correct.
Yeah, man. If you have a vagina, Ellen likes you. It's pretty simple. She's a slut. Like,
Not like some.
that's it. It works.
All right, dude.
What's your brilliant idea then, Steve?
You don't know Ellen like I know Ellen. That's the thing, man. You don't
This
know Ellen
chick's
like I know
married,
Ellen.
dude. She's married, right? So maybe the wife, maybe she's a little more open, okay? And you get to know the wife, and you get to be good friends, and then all of a sudden one night she's like, hey, let's have a three-way. And then you do that for a while, and you're in, and that's all it takes.
You have to convince Ellen DeGeneres in the end to fall in love with you. And be with you.
You didn't say that there couldn't be another chick.
Dude, it's a romantic comedy. They
What
always
does it
end
say?
up
It's not like
together.
real life.
Dude, it's like it's a comedy that there's 3 of them in the end.
Oh, so you will win over both of them, and you'll
Yeah.
have this three-way
Like a
marriage
pimp.
thing.
Yeah, you're great.
See,
Yeah, exactly.
the comedy is that I'm a man and I just became a woman to win over a lesbian. That's the comedy. See, y'all need to watch
That's
my
too
movie.
real,
It's,
man. That's too real.
that's too real, he said. I don't want to watch that. That's too much like today.
Mine's at least a nice fantasy.
Nah, I think it'd be like a spin-off of Beer Fest, and I would win her over with my skills. That's probably how it would be. And she would be
You
drunk.
get a ping pong paddle
like
shoved
that.
up your ass.
Wow. It wouldn't end that way. It wouldn't.
You know, you're right. My movie is too real. It's like one of those comedies that would have been made in the 90s, like up there with Mrs. Doubtfire, you know, and shit like that. But
The
now,
Japanese
nowadays,
version of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Japanese Doubtfire. Yeah, right. Mrs. Doubtfire.
I'm just
Oh,
saying,
wow.
they're fucked up over there, man.
They
They got some crazy movies.
They do, though. They do.
I think
Yeah,
the
it's just-
Koreans are starting to take the more. Well, I don't know. It's close. It's a close race.
The Russians have some pretty messed up stuff. But so I kind of have 2 answers. One of the answers is kind of like this is my buddy Andrew's answer when I shared it with him earlier in the day. He was just like, dude, you just gotta play it cool. You gotta straight up tuck it back. And if this progresses over time, you gotta get fat and get yourself some titties. And then you tuck it back. You know, get Ellen to fall in love with a fat looking chick. Let your hair grow out, get fat so you get titties, and then just tuck it back. It's a little less severe than Jason's route because that's kind
Yeah,
of a
but
full
don't you think
change.
she might, like notice?
I don't know. I'm just sharing. Okay.
Like, I said,
My answer.
my entire
Steve's
life,
just
I've never
picking it
seen
off.
one that looked like that.
My answer is a little bit more logical, except it doesn't really make too much sense for a romantic comedy. I guess maybe you could maybe make it kind of like The Rapture, but instead of it being this real grim thing, everybody just nicely goes up to heaven. But basically, midway through the movie takes a turn, and me and Ellen DeGeneres are the last 2 people on the planet, and we need to,
What kind of turn was that?
Yeah, I was gonna say this. Is
everybody, the Rapture, dude. So the Rapture happens. You know what the Rapture is, right?
Yes, I know what raptors are, man. Come on now. I fucking saw Jurassic Park. Yeah, so everybody got eaten by the raptors, or what?
What? No, the Rapture.
I'm just playing, man. Come on.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, I think this is actually the best one yet because it's a romantic comedy, and this movie also sounds like it sucks.
It's the end of the world, and you and Ellen are the only 2 left, and she still doesn't want it, but I will slowly convince her that we have to start the world over. Mine
think you
wasn't
should
as funny
quickly
as yours.
convince her. You need to quickly convince her. It's not like a slow, so baby, now that we're the last people on Earth.
Yeah, what? She's like 40s, right?
She
probably like 52, man. 58. That bitch getting
Yeah, I
old.
think she's past 40.
50.
She's not- hey,
Her
I'm
nose is
just-
56.
Keeping it real though, man. She looks good for her age. Give her some credit. I like Ellen. I watch Finding Nemo. All right.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, you got
Did you
an
see the
Ellen
second one?
calendar hanging up in your
Yeah,
bedroom.
yeah, he's sitting there watching the
Yeah,
Ellen
right,
show right
man.
now. Like, come on now, why we
Got
why
her
we
poster
bashing
on
on
the wall.
Ellen?
You guys just can't see.
Rerun from season 2. She's interviewing Tom Cruise. It's awesome.
I go to the Ellen show every year.
Oh yeah, the Tom Cruise interview was classic.
You can go see Ellen at 10 o'clock in the morning in the studio, and then you just go next door to Jerry Springer for the 11 o'clock show. Wait,
Solid.
That's
after.
11 in the morning, by the way. He doesn't stripping early. It's like the breakfast buffet at the strip.
breakfast buffet at the strip club can be.
We said we weren't talking about that again. So moving on.
Okay, what are we up to? I was going to go ahead and start this week. Necropolis had a crazy cool update. Me and Colonel Fats just actually got done with a session. We actually reached a checkpoint, we saved it, and we will continue on later. but they added 2 new enemies, like 30 new map pieces. The update's awesome. The game is 10 times harder, freaking 10 times longer. It's amazing. If you guys want to check out Necropolis, it's $30 on Steam. Still no sale, but Necropolis is sweet. That's what I've been playing. Other than that, it's been mostly Diablo 3. We did try out Binary Domain, me and Andrew, but his controller wasn't working correctly, and he refused to play mouse and keyboard. So, in the next coming week, I will try Binary Domain. I'll give it another shot.
Yeah, I played that a couple hours myself this week. It was fun.
I will say this, for a game that came out on the 360 and the PlayStation 3 originally in 2012, it looks gorgeous. The graphics are great. They run really smooth, real sharp. We just played that one map, but the character animations were okay. It's a little, I want to say, Source Engine-y, where your hips and your legs turn, but your torso doesn't. Like
It's
when you
Gears of War.
strafe left and right.
Straight
Yeah,
up
it,
Gears of
yeah,
War.
it is very much.
It's Gears of War with like the Final Fantasy VII materia system.
Yeah, and instead of alien monsters, it's robots. Right?
Yep.
Yep.
Robots
okay.
sound exciting.
Jason, you tell me what you've been doing all week, because I haven't talked to you much. He tries to invite me to play video games at midnight when I'm going to bed.
I'm sorry I stay up till 3 in the morning. What do you want me to apologize? Come on, man.
Yes, apologize. I'm kidding.
I'm sorry.
kidding.
But this last week's been fun. As I just said, I put a few hours into Binary Domain, which again is like a very well polished Gears of War 1. So far, I can relate the story to it, the gameplay to it, button map, everything, man. It feels just like Gears of War 1, but polished, with better character interaction as well. And then you have the whole mic system, so you can actually like verbally talk to your teammates, and they respond. They know what you're saying, more or less. If your mic can probably pick up what you're saying. I'm struggling with that sometimes. Chick thinks I keep hitting on her when I tell her to fucking take cover. It's ridiculous.
Wait, you want to do that right here, right now?
I'm serious. Like, yeah, like this chick, like, honestly keeps thinking I'm saying like you're cute or some shit like that when I tell her to take cover, and she's like, yeah, now is not the time for that, and then she just stands there and gets shot. She's not taking cover.
What the fuck?
So other than that happening every now and then, and it might just be my mic too, not properly registering with the game. I bet you guys will have a little bit better luck with that. I've got the cheapest of the mics right now. So I've been playing that. That's fun. Also been playing a little bit of Path of Exile anytime you're not around to play some Diablo, because like at this point Diablo just kind of feels wrong playing single player. I'm just waiting for you guys to play it, but you guys just need to hurry up and get to level 70, Steve and Kyle. But I play Path of Exile when I'm just looking for a single player Diablo-esque experience. Excuse me. And that provides it in spades. It's actually far more complicated, far deeper of a game, much more skill-based, and much more freedom with how you level up and upgrade your characters. So I definitely enjoy that game a lot, and it's free to play. That's probably one of the best free-to-play games on Steam. So like if you like Diablo, but you don't want to put the money down, and you're looking for an action RPG point-and-click game like that, look no further. Path of Exile. Download that shit for free. And then Odalis, The Dark Call. That's the indie game of the week, though, so I'll discuss that a little bit later. But yeah, that's what I've been playing this week. What about you guys?
Kyle, it's your turn.
All right. Well, I have been playing just to go with new stuff rather than the old stuff, because yeah, I'm still playing Rocket League, still playing Hearthstone, Dark Souls a little bit. But I did pick up Mass Effect 3 on Origin. It's on sale right now for $10, and been playing the multiplayer with Steve, and that's been really fun. We'll talk about that in the Colonel Cross, actually. And I've been playing a ton of Town of Salem. My Colonel's Dollar Store game last week. That game is just so much fun, just addicting to just keep playing over and over, and it's a different outcome every time trying to fuck with people's heads. And I also just got Song of the Deep, which will be the new Colonel's Dollar Store, so I will wait on that. What you got, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, we picked up Mass Effect. I actually got the trilogy, man. The trilogy was $15. I mean, you just can't pass that up for Mass Effect. But man, and speaking of Eric saying that game looks good for an old game, dude, loading up Mass Effect 3 in 1440. I haven't tried it in 4K. I should, but that game
Please
looks,
find in 4K.
that game looks really good, and it's I'm happy about that. And, you know, that's my favorite series. So getting that all for $15 on PC where I didn't have it, it's pretty cool. Yeah, other than that, just doing the usual. I actually started a book because fucking Florida Power and Internet suck balls. So I'm reading Crime and Punishment. It's a fucking awesome book. I recommend it. Dude goes basically going through the life of axe murderer. Great.
It's an old book.
Yeah, I love it's my favorite book that I've ever read though. Took it in a Russian lit class, and it was one of the books we had to read.
Nice. Sounds interesting.
It's good.
Yeah. As far as what are we up to, that's what we're up to, and those are all games all of our fans can pick up right now and play. But let's move to the news. Get it rolling.
To the news.
All right. This isn't actually a story. I mean, it kind of is, but there's like a new update every other day because the PC version was so broken. But No Man's Sky, two of us have gotten our hands on it, but I'm actually like 1.5. So first we're going to go with the at least decent experience. Steve, tell us about No Man's Sky Adventures. What you been doing?
Yeah, it's I picked it up because you gotta try it. You know, we do these shows and on stream and everything, so you gotta try these games when they come out. And yeah, I got it and it ran okay. I had it in 1440p, and even my PC, which I built and it's pretty fucking top tier, it goes down to 30 frames a second on any kind of water that's anywhere in that game. So that's kind of annoying because I know that my PC can fucking beast through that
Have
shit.
you tried to force triple buffering?
I did a lot of stuff to that thing, man, and nothing. It's just the way that water is put in that game. It just kills frame rate.
No, yeah, I hear you though. But like, if a game drops from 60 to a stable locked 30, and not in between, not fluctuating in between, that's because the game is lacking triple buffering. All right.
No, it goes down to 40, 50 frames quite often as well.
Okay. Cool.
But 30 is the lowest it'll go for some reason. It's like it can run 30, but it won't run lower than 30, so it also doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, in between 30 and 60, it'll run at anything. Overall, the gameplay itself, it's fun, man. Like when you just really chill. You got your favorite drink in hand, and you're just going for a space ride. You fly into the atmosphere, you see all the planets, you go to one, check it out. It is pretty cool. And if you're just into seeing a bunch of different colors and stuff, that is, you need a heroine hero. It's a good game. But
I just don't know if I can support the developer after. I can't support No Man's Lies. Is the thing.
yeah, and after about, I would say, let's see how many. I'd say after about, I would guess 10. Let's see how many. Yeah, I got 13 hours in this game, and it's lacking content, man. All you do is you mine these giant pillars with a laser gun, and then you sell it, and then you go to a new planet and kind of do the same thing. And the planets are all just kind of barren wasteland with weird patched together elephant spider zebras, where you can tell they just have a gallery of torsos, legs, heads,
Right.
stuff to use, and they just randomize it.
It's like the same system they use for Borderlands weapon systems, but like for creatures.
Yeah, but for animals. So I mean, you get some cool looking things, and then you just get some weird looking things, and the whole AI isn't done very well. or at least what they said the AI was going to be like. As for controls and stuff, it's pretty annoying to control your spacecraft on planets, and you can't. There's no like free look mode in your spaceship, so wherever you look, like the whole ship turns. You can't just like look over to your left or right or anything like that. Just basic stuff that it's missing. The annoying robot sounds. The list goes on, man. It was a disappointment. I think the developers, what they promised and what they gave, completely different, and it was falsely advertised. I think a lot of it has to do with taking Sony's contract and trying to make a game for a console that's subpar when they should have just made it for PC like they originally intended to. So that's on the devs themselves. You know, they took that contract, they took the money right away instead of they were going to make the money anyway when that thing released for PC.
Yep.
But they went the console route, and I think that is what, I mean, I don't know, man.
You know, no, you're absolutely right there. That contract with Sony was a game changer for them. That's why it is, to date, the most expensive indie game ever made.
And there is a ton of crashes that have happened on PS4 too. This is not PC only. I mean, if you find a video, there's been a ton of crashes on PS4 as well. There is a patch coming to PS4. It's going through Sony right now. So it's been, the PC was much worse, but the PS4 is not alone in having problems. I mean, it's had its fair share too. And that's a stable 30 frames, you know, unless you go into anywhere with the water or something. I saw a dude go down to about 10.
Ugh. Yeah, that's pretty shitty. Now, the main point I want to point out here on why I'm not supporting this game, and why I think this game is actually going to get sued up the ass, is it was indeed falsely advertised. It wasn't just like poor advertising, okay? They chose to falsely market this game. They marketed this game as a multiplayer game. He said, and I've seen, you can go on YouTube, you can watch so many interviews with this main developer where he's like, yes, this is a multiplayer game. Yes, you can play this with your friends. Yes, you can see them. You can meet up with them. But it's just, you know, it's not going to happen. It's going to be rare because it's such a big world. You know, it's such a big universe, so don't expect it to happen. But yes, it can happen. And people tried to meet up in the game, and you can't do it. Why? Because it's a single player game. You can prove that because you can pause the fucking game. If you can pause your game, you're not online, bro. Like, it's pretty simple. So like,
one of the European cases had a sticker over the rating because it used to be rated a little higher. It was like I don't know what they used, some weird European shit. It was like 12 originally. And that's 12. Because it had multiplayer, and they printed the boxes wrong. They had to put a sticker over the boxes to say it was single player, and the rating was actually for even younger, because he didn't have online.
Yeah, dude talked about how it was a multiplayer game for a year or two in development, and then the day before the game is launched, he tweets going, yeah, by the way, guys, this really isn't like a true multiplayer experience, so don't go into the game looking for that. It's like, motherfucker, like, everybody's pre-ordered, like, it's all shipped and everything. Like, you can't, like, tell people the game is not what they expect the night before they're about to play it. Like, what? That is the most bullshit. And that was just to cover his ass, because he knows he's been lying, and he was deceptive on purpose. You go back and watch that shit. I can tell when someone's lying. This dude's lying out of his ass on purpose. He knows you can't meet up in the game with your friends in real time, but he dodges it and lies about it and is shifty about it on so many points. Yeah, no, I can't support a developer like that. I just can't do it.
I agree, and I think the reason I do agree is because pre-orders exist. And they got everyone on the pre-orders because of the stuff they were showing. You know, if pre-orders didn't exist and people, you know, went out and got it and saw it, you know, I'd be a little more, I don't know, like...
Exactly, but when they take your money a year in advance...
But you promise something and then you allow them to buy it when it's not even out yet. I mean, the main lesson here, and I think everyone, if anyone listens to this, just don't pre-order your games. It's not like they go out of stock anymore, you know? Just don't, there's no point in pre-ordering. I know that you get some fancy Ubisoft-ridden bullshit of getting extra maps and stuff.
No, exactly, but it's always the buggy-ass developers that want you to pre-order and ship. No, don't do that.
There's no point. There's no point in pre-ordering.
The only point in pre-ordering is if you're still on a console and you still like to get the physical copy of a game. Then yes, you do indeed need to pre-order some of those special titles to make sure GameStop has it on launch night, so that you can go and stand in line at midnight, you know, at the GameStop that chooses to do that for the big launches. They still do that. But if you're on Steam, if you're on PC, do not pre-order your shit. Do not give them money. Because another thing they do, right? And Dark Souls 3 just did this. I don't know if you guys remember, but they'll give out the minimum requirements and the recommended requirements for the game, usually with the pre-order, because it's pretty bogus to ask for money without telling the fucking people what they need to even run the game. All right, so you got to pretty much put at least the prerequisites, the minimum requirements out. So they had the minimum requirements out for Dark Souls 3. They let people pre-order that shit for like damn near a year. And then I think it was like a week and a half before the game launches on PC, they bumped up the minimum requirements. What? Everybody's already pre-ordered the shit. Nobody's going to buy a new graphics card, you know, last minute to get this game they've already paid for. Like, that's some bullshit, man. So developers that try to pull that shit, man, you gotta speak with your money, and you gotta call them out with it when it happens. So.
All right. Good rant. I did want to mention real quick that since we were on the topic of pre-orders, well, I pre-ordered No Man's Sky, and guess what? I've played 2 total hours of it, at least my Steam says, but I've actually played the same 10 to 15 minutes over and over again because it actually completely shuts down my entire PC. My computer turns off. I get no crash log or anything. The game runs okay between 50 and 60 on high settings, 50 and 60 frames per second, but then randomly after 10 to 15 minutes, entire PC just turns off like that.
Are you watching your heat?
Yeah, it's all fine.
It's all normal? Yeah, then that's fucked. That's like the only thing that should ever boot you out of the game like that.
No, I actually booted up Dark Souls 3 for 5 minutes. I boosted Ultra on everything. I put everything to its highest settings, and I just kind of ran around for a little while. The computer got nice and warm, and that's when I killed it, and it never got even close to that warm during No Man's Sky. I mean, unless the computer is worried that it's going to happen in a second.
No, because you usually get a blue screen for that.
Yeah. So what I do notice is that the frame rate in the game drops to 10 down to 5. Even I saw 1. And then I get the weird Windows noise that goes brrr, and then click, it's off.
Did you try the new patch today?
I didn't try the new patch today, so this one supposedly is going to fix 70% of the issues out there. We'll see what happens, but we got to stop talking about. I have some faith, cross my fingers, but if it doesn't work, I'm getting my money back. They better respond to my freaking email.
So yeah,
I did exactly what they told me to do.
Avoid it for now. If they put a shit ton of content and within 6 months it looks better, get sure, but just don't get it now. Wait. Just wait.
Oh yeah, bro, you're not gonna get your money back. You're not gonna get your money back. You talking about a Steam
I don't
refund?
care anymore. Let's stop
Talking
talking
about a Steam
about.
refund?
Yes, but I don't want to talk about No Man's Sky anymore.
The Salty Sky.
You're
It's
bummed.
been like 20 minutes already.
Okay, yeah, let's go. Let's keep it quick, snappy. You know I like that. Come on.
All
You're
right,
mounting up.
Speed round.
This one
Final
will be a
Fantasy
quick-
15.
This one will be a quick. Final Fantasy 15 officially delayed by 2 more months is now coming out November 29th. The movie, though, Kingsglaive, Final Fantasy 15, is coming to theaters on August 19th as scheduled. It will be in digital HD on the 30th of August, and then you will get DVDs available in October on the 4th. So the movie is still on track, and the video game has been pushed.
Well, I'll definitely at least pirate the movie because the last 2 Final Fantasy movies were pretty decent.
Yeah.
Like the only 2 Final Fantasy movies, I guess. But so yeah, like they do a good job with the movies. I am still pretty skeptical on this game that it's still getting bumped back. That's been in development since 2006.
Hey, No Man's Sky should have bumped it back another 6 months. So
I'm just saying, man. I'm really
At
scared
least
about the
they're
quality
doing
of this game.
least they're doing it though.
They've been in development that long. I mean, is 2 months really gonna? It's like, no, dude, we just.
That's what I'm
I would
saying,
say,
dude. It's like
I-
it's not ready yet. It's still garbage. Like it's gonna always be garbage. Just release
These tits
it.
are not jiggling enough.
You know, just pull Ubisoft and release it right on time like it was supposed to be, and then fix
Exactly.
it later.
Final Fantasy fans are gonna eat it up anyway, man. They're gonna give it 9s and 10s across the board. It's just like, oh, praise heaven, new Final Fantasy. They're gonna eat that shit up. I probably am.
I'm gonna
too.
eat the
So,
shit out of that. I'm gonna eat it. Nom nom nom. I'm excited.
It's got.
I'm a Final Fantasy nerd. I've loved the movie, so I'm excited to see this movie too. Like that's what I always wanted because you, like, what was it? Final Fantasy X, where you go back and you can watch all the like movie scenes in that like sphere grid place. Oh, I used to do that all the time. I'm like, if they just made this into a full length movie, it'd be awesome.
I didn't know they were making a movie.
It's supposed to
we're-
like
we're talking
introduce
like
the
anime,
story.
like CGI, Steve. Like not real, not real.
Yeah, that was like episode 3 of the podcast when we last talked about it. So it's cool. Don't worry.
I'm not.
We forgive you.
I like Final Fantasy Tactics. That's about it.
Tactics was good, bro.
Mm-hmm. Right on.
That shit was good. I like
All
that
right.
game.
Delayed again. What's next?
Okay, let's move to the next news story. Who's excited for some Metroid Prime?
Did you watch the gameplay?
Yes, I have seen plenty
Oh
of this
my god,
gameplay.
dude.
Okay,
No.
so here's the issue.
I see why they shut down the other dude's Metroid remake. They realized it was better than theirs.
There's this new 3DS game coming out. It is called Metroid Prime Federation Force. This is pretty much, I mean, you can play it by yourself, but it is pretty much a 4-player co-op first-person shooter game for the Nintendo 3DS. Now, when you look at the gameplay of this, I encourage lots of people to just watch the gameplay on YouTube. I mean, if you have a 3DS, maybe it's worth picking up, but just watch this gameplay. One, it looks like crap, but I mean, what can the 3DS really do? 2, it is completely and entirely a game that was built without the Metroid name on it, and then somehow Nintendo gets their little hands on it and says, you know what, we can make this the next Metroid game, because these robot soldier dudes kind of look like Samus, but they're not Samus. But we could still put the name Metroid Prime on it because it's a first-person shooter, and the gun kind of looks like, you know, that's the Mega Man and the Samus laser beam hand.
They pulled a Metal Gear Survive. Is what
Dude,
they did.
Well, we'll get to that one. Let's talk about Metroid. So this is just a short story to let everybody know that the game is officially dropping tomorrow, August 19th for 3DS. You could pick this up, but it's sad because you can tell that this was an entire game that was created, and for the last half a year to a year, they've spent putting in the little tiny touches that make it a Metroid game. Like at the very beginning, I guess, some character mentions Samus about some sort of legendary warrior from long ago. So Samus isn't even in this game, guys. Like this is, I don't know why it's called Metroid Prime.
I
Yes,
watched
you
that.
do. It's money. They're cashing in.
Race.
Money Prime Federation
It's-
bags.
So
Money
So what-
Prime, cash cow.
when it comes to talking about E3 and people's hype, at least the small amount of people who get hyped to see a new Metroid game, and I'm one of them, even though I haven't played one in years. Samus is my favorite Nintendo character. So when you got guys getting on the E3 hype, wondering if the new Metroid will be shown, and they start asking question weeks before E3 to Nintendo, like, are you guys going to show a new Metroid game? And then they throw out this stupid little teaser like 2 weeks before E3 that says big Metroid news coming. You're like, oh my god, they're finally making a new Metroid game, and then this is the shit they give you. What the fuck?
It's kind of funny.
It's like,
Cashing
oh
in,
yeah,
man.
technically it's a Metroid game. I know, fuck you.
Like, could you imagine one of those those old like Metroid Prime 1 or 2 remade on PC?
Dude, I have both
Dude, yeah,
Metroid Prime
yeah.
1 and 2 emulators. It's
No,
gorgeous.
no, I get that, guys. I understand what an emulator is.
I know what an emulator
I'm
is.
saying like actual
made in a new engine, a good engine.
Yeah, no, I hear you. That would be fucking wonderful.
Not
is what
just
it'd
like
be.
new
It would be
textures.
awesome. Yeah, no, I hear you.
Metroid.
I hear you. I'd play it in a heartbeat, and that's what the fans want.
And that's
Okay,
what
we either want a true, wonderful remake, or we want a continuation of the series, not bullshit spin-offs. Sony, are you listening? Nintendo, are you listening? Konami, are you listening? Not bullshit spin-offs. We want shit in the actual canon, the actual series. What the fuck is this, man? Like, I don't know, man.
Basically like a Rocket League mode, Battle Ball or some shit. It's just shit. I'm so mad because I wanted the next Metroid.
I thought it was I saw that video, man, and it looked, and that's why they shut down the user made one, because it was better than this. I mean,
way
it
better.
must have been better.
Same exact thing happened with Metal Gear. Again, we're getting to that, but there was a user-made, a fan-made Metal Gear Solid 1 remake in the process, right? And some guys had like taken a new engine and gone and like remade some of the most iconic areas from the game, and it looked amazing. And Konami shut them down. And then they released this Metal Gear Survive. They're like, no, look at our new Metal Gear game, and it's some bullshit. So,
All right.
yeah.
Well, let's stick with that segue right there because we could stop talking about Metroid and we can roll right into the next short story because we talked about this last week, but Pokemon Uranium, like last week, it had not had the notices, but this week it does. Nintendo is working really hard to get Pokemon Uranium off the frickin' internet. They're reaching their hands into all sorts of places, sending, I don't know, cease and desist, maybe emails, calling a bunch of people, but they're trying to get it down. But yeah, it got 1.5 million downloads in a week, less than a week. What was it, like a couple days?
Yeah.
I think it was enough to get 1.5 million downloads, which means it's never leaving the internet.
No, it's there. It's on Pirate Bay, and there's like 5 different versions. Just saying, I don't visit sites like the Pirate Bay. That's wrong. But
Yeah.
We don't
Wrong.
do
I
that.
heard
Hey.
the Pirate Bay's got 5 versions.
That's a matter of that's a point of view, man. We can discuss right and wrong if you want later, but I fully endorse that shit.
Possession's views are not views of the irrelevant gamers.
Yes, they are though. That's the
One of the
I'm part of the group.
I was actually kind of pissed at myself for not downloading this before this happened. It was like obvious it was going to happen.
Yeah, and I think
Pokemon games work real good.
I don't believe like the head of Nintendo's sitting up there on his internet horse, just like, oh, I see that, take it off. You know, I think they just have lawyers probably that just do this stuff. You know, the whole department, and they're just told to. You know, and yeah, it's just business, man. And you know how Japan is with business. They're serious.
Shit's for real.
Yeah.
All right.
The Japanese are the most serious about business.
Pokemon shut down.
Known fact. Relevant gamers research this. We know real facts.
Snapple
Yeah,
fact.
no, yeah, we
Science.
looked up the other
File out
night.
Snapple.
Yeah, Japan is very serious. I see it here on Google, right here. I did my homework. Japan is serious. See, so there we go.
Bam.
All right, let's move on to the next news story. That one was supposed to be quick, and this one is supposed to be quick too because it's nothing. It's literally nothing. It is.
It's a question.
I'm excited
Is
for
it
it, though.
ever coming? See, another reason why you don't pre-order bullshit, man. I'm done with the season pass bullshit. Where's the Dark Souls 3 DLC? Does it
Yeah.
exist? Is it coming? Is there going to be this long of a wait between all 3 of the DLC segments that get released, or you know what I'm saying? Like, are there? What the fuck?
There's only 2. There are only
Yeah,
something to do
two
with two.
DLC
Is it-
segments, and I personally I like it the fact that they're taking forever on it because I feel like that might be really good because I loved what they did with Dark Souls 2 DLC, but as we know, this might not. I don't even know what this could be. I mean, it might not be DLC reveal. It could just be anything.
Let's actually say to fans what we're talking about. So
Who did?
we did not.
I
The
did.
actual news story is that the Dark Souls Twitter page said that they're going to announce something big on August 24th. That's it. It is a teaser for a reveal. It's God damn it! It's fucking revealed Inception. It's crap.
Dark Souls 2 remake.
We're gonna announce something big on the 24th Rose Route. All right, so we're not making any DLC. That's the announcement. Thanks for the money.
Gotcha.
No, hey man, I'm
King
glad.
action figures available August 24th.
I'd rather they take their sweet time to make these DLCs, man. I like that they're not. I mean, the game didn't come out that long ago.
It's the end of the
Yeah,
story.
it
though.
kind of did though. It kind of
It
did
makes
come
me
out
feel like
a
they
while
really
ago.
started working on this after the game came out, and they're really putting a lot of effort into it.
Look,
I mean,
the
The
game,
Witcher 3 last expansion like just came out, and that game's been out for almost what, a year and some.
yeah, and Dark
And that
Souls
was really
has been
good.
out for like 4 or 5 months at this point. Okay, so no, I hear you. My problem with that is most people don't play a game like that for 4 or 5 months straight. Okay, they binge it for a few weeks and that's it. They get what they want out of it. Like, I really hate when developers end up taking 5 months to a year to release some DLC because I'm most likely done with that fucking game at that point, man. Unless the game has like an end game where you can continue to grind and get some really good shit and whatnot. And again, sure, Dark Souls has an end game. You can keep doing New Game Plus, but like once you've gotten all the items, like a run through like Colonel Fats does, like that's it. Like what do you? There's nothing else to do. So it just I don't know. I know you can PvP and all that shit.
Gotta
I think they
get
just
good,
take too
bro.
long.
Gotta get good.
Get good. That's what you do.
And that
Get
brings
good.
you back to it, you know, like you said, you only play it for a couple, we binge it, and then, you know, you got to have a reason to pick it back up, and a big expansion is, I think, a pretty good reason.
Well, see, sometimes it brings me back, and sometimes I'm too far gone that I don't even want to touch it again. Okay, if the game's been out for a year and I beat it a year ago and I haven't played it for a full year, I'm not gonna pay $20 for an expansion to hop back in. I'm done with it at that point. And the community, and there, you know, the game market is so saturated right now that communities die quickly. Okay, so like a year from now, when the DLC comes out, yeah, sure, there's going to be a smaller rush, you know, of players hopping back in to do that, but it's going to be just as dead as ever. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And that's not necessarily just for Dark Souls, but that happens to a lot of games. Games die very quickly nowadays, just due to the oversaturation of the game market. Online communities do not last like they used to.
Oh my god, that's why I'm actually crossing my fingers for this next story, because the actual thing you are talking about, where a community gets real strong right away but then completely dies in just a couple months. Titanfall.
I think it's because I killed it, dude. I killed it. I killed the Titanfall community. No, I apologize to everybody who liked Titanfall because that was me. It was a smart pistol. I abused it. I used it every game, and I killed you with it. And I'm sorry. And I made everybody rage quit. So Titanfall had a great community, but I killed it. I'm not going to play Titanfall 2 unless it has a smart pistol because I want to kill that community too. So hopefully, I don't know, we'll see what they do
So
with
far, it doesn't. So the multiplayer beta is not coming to the PC, or they're referring to it as the technical test. It officially starts tomorrow for the public on the Xbox One. I forget how to sign up. I'm sure if you just go to Titanfall's main page or Respawn Entertainment's main page, you can sign up. But a lot of press guys were already in the technical test, and I was watching plenty of a couple of streams late last night, and so far no smart pistol, Jason, but there were only like 2 or 3 guns available.
They saved the smart pistol here until the pre-orders all get in.
I don't know.
Then you announce the smart pistol version 2.0 aims faster and more.
More bullets.
Are you for real? Wait, are you for real right now?
No, he's not.
Nah, see, fuck you.
So Titanfall 2 is in beta, officially starting somewhere in the middle of the night, and so far what I've seen, it looks amazing. The graphics look better than Titanfall 1. I mean, this is just on a Twitch stream, but so far so good. And it's just a technical test, but it is, and it was online. It was online multiplayer, so it's not like they're doing some goofy demo to where you can say, well, whatever. Already the guns were.
Servers.
Well,
Otherwise, they wouldn't do it.
yeah. So the guns already are leveling up like Call of Duty guns, and at least one guy I was listening to who was actually playing with one of the developers in his ear. He was telling him tons of stuff about there's tons more guns. So there's decent customization to your pilot. It looks like you can join one of two factions. There might be more. But the new addition, the grappling hook, freaking sweet, dude. If you can manage to grapple a guy on the map, you will freaking kind of like, I know the word, but you'll pull yourself toward him and you'll assassinate him. It looks freaking awesome. I don't know what else to say. It's Titanfall 1, but it's gonna have more guns. The campaign we haven't seen too much of yet, but that's included. So the stuff that sucked about the first Titanfall, they already got fixed. They got lots more guns, and they got a single player campaign.
The one thing they don't have fixed, well, the one thing most fans asked for was they said, "Can you stop Assassin from raping everybody? Can you please take the smart pistol out of the game?" And it
So
turns
far,
out,
so good.
No, I've got bad news for you, my man. The smart pistol is in the game. The developer has said that it is indeed going to make a return in Titanfall 2. So I will be playing Titanfall 2. You will be rage quitting Titanfall 2. All will be good. I'm looking forward to it.
And I will not buy it.
I'm probably gonna buy it.
I will stay away.
I don't know. I'm getting Titanfall. Can't wait. It's gonna be sick. It looks so much fun. So far, no one in multiplayer was allowed to use a smart pistol. It wasn't available on any of the.
Oh, of course not. They don't want people rage
class
quitting. They don't want
Yeah.
people highlighting that before the game comes out and whatnot.
I don't know, man, but they could also be
It's in
throwing
there.
you a fast one, and it might only be in the campaign.
I'm actually reading a quote from the main developer talking about how it is in the game.
Yo,
In
you've
the
heard
game
that
or in
Is that for
multiplayer?
No Man's Sky or Titanfall 2?
That's for Titanfall 2.
It
That's for
doesn't
No Man's Sky.
specifically say the multiplayer.
Titanfall 2 game director Steve Fuckadaw spoke with us during
Oh.
E3 last week.
Steve
It's
Fuckadaw.
Fuckadaw.
Did you say fuck a duck,
Chat about
Steve?
changes his team will make to the sequel's multiplayer game modes. While many original Titanfall players were hoping the plans for the small pistol would be crushed by a giant mech, Fuckadaw reveals the controversial weapon will be making a return in Titanfall 2 multiplayer. Ha 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 ha.
He's
We
reading
are
on
going to be bringing the smart pistol back, but different, he tells us during our interview. We know it's received a lot of negative feedback, mostly from bitches. No, I just put that in there. And we've been working on that to make sure that is a lot more balanced experience for all players.
Said,
yeah,
but
they're
different.
going to tweak it down. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't care how they tweak it. I'm still gonna make it work. I'm still gonna make it shine.
They're gonna let you dual wield them.
it's different, guys. Don't worry.
You can now shoot females.
It's even easier now. Don't worry.
Wow.
All right,
Uh,
let's fucking move on away from Titanfall. Let's get to a quick little story. I know Kyle's excited about this, and I honestly am too, because this was a big chunk of our childhood.
Oh,
GoldenEye 007. Tell him a little bit of something, Kyle.
Well, GoldenEye 007 was probably people will argue with me, but I only played this one. I didn't play Perfect Dark, but GoldenEye 007 was the greatest shooter I played on the 64, and someone has made an amazing remake. You can get it for free. Just play it, and I hear good things about it. The graphics, from what I saw in a video of it, looked insanely good. I am curious though if it's keyboard and mouse, it might be really different. I don't know. It'd be interesting. It looked really crazy though. I would love if we got that and just crushed each other, because I remember the complex. We always played that map. I knew the whole map layout, and I just crushed my two cousins and Eric every time. You couldn't handle the truth. Essentially stopped playing because I was too good.
It was bullshit. We had a favorite map. We always played that same stupid map. And you always went up into that room on the upstairs, and you literally placed landmines and trip mines all over the hallway, the only hallway that led up there. And you just
Wow,
sat up
what a
there.
douche.
I never said up. No, that's freaking Adam and Q who are the campers up top,
So,
and I don't
he's
camp,
lying,
man.
he's lying.
Oh, you're full of it. No way, bro.
No, we just started figuring out how to get grenades up there, and we actually started playing 3v1 against Kyle, and he would still beat us.
Mm-hmm. That was fun.
Actually, he had more people to kill. That's why he always won.
Dude, I hated
I'd
that
find
game.
Michael.
I could not aim in that game. I'd play this game just because it's on mouse and keyboard. I couldn't aim for shit in the N64 controller.
This
Well,
one you could.
The remake was made with the Source engine, so think Gary's Mod or the first Counter-Strike.
Fuck yeah, then I'd play that. I'd play the shit out of the first Counter-Strike.
Did you check any of this out, Steve? Because it's Counter-Strike game, but it's
No.
got all the skins of GoldenEye.
Mm-hmm. Remap all the maps. The Golden Gun, man, that was a fun play mode too.
Be a good drunk stream game.
It also
Yeah,
looks
definitely.
like you can play through the single player, right?
No, I think they
No?
just put it in that trailer just as aesthetics, and I think there's like probably a multiplayer map on that. That would deal with it because I know they said there's no campaign. It's just all multiplayer.
No, it was goofy because the videos you showed me, he was actually going through the facility and killing the guards who didn't see him. But I guess those must have been players playing the role, huh?
Could have been, yeah. We'll
Yeah,
see.
that's
I want to check it out, so I might do that this weekend.
It is free, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's free.
Free.
I'm not sure exactly where to find it. If you guys do,
Digitaltrends.com, right?
is that where you find the game? I don't.
No, I
That's
just
where
see
I
the,
found
I
the
just see the
story.
link here. I don't know.
No, I'm pretty
That's
sure
the
that's
story.
just the article.
Well, the story probably has a link, all right?
I feel like
Better than
people know
nothing.
what search engines are. GoldenEye Source 007. You'll find it. I believe in you.
Yeah, and if you don't know what a computer is, go ahead and hit Colonel Fats up because you're on your phone watching this. So hit him up. He'll help you, maybe. Okay, we gotta keep moving. It's already almost 9. We're going. All right, Metal Gear Survive. This is the one Jason was just so amped to hate on. He's so ready to just destroy it with his freaking projectile
my hate.
buffs.
Y'all want to hear my hate?
Here's this
Hate.
coming.
It's
Yeah.
the haters convention. All right, let me just hate on you for a minute. Listen up, younguns. I don't know what the fuck Konami is thinking. They're done. To me, they are dead and gone. Okay, they ended with the loss of Hideo Kojima. The fact that they are still trying to make Metal Gear games afterwards, after that genius has left their organization, is beyond me. Of course, they had to try to milk their cash cow, but the way they're milking it right now is just making me scratch my head. Like, who the fuck is actually running this company, man? They took their biggest series, Metal Gear Solid, right? Everybody knows that shit. It's been around since, I don't know, 1985. If you haven't heard of Metal Gear, I don't know. I don't know, man. You don't like gaming. You're not into games, because if you're into games, you have at least heard of Metal Gear. All right. So they've been making these games for 30 plus years. It's one of the best series, like the most complex storyline you could ask for in a video game series. It's been spanning a massive storyline throughout all of the games. Man, honestly, Metal Gear Solid 5 was pretty darn good. It was one hell of a game. It was definitely worth playing. Yes, it could have been better, especially if they had allowed Hideo Kojima to finish it the way he envisioned. They ended up firing him before he was even done with the fucking game. Then they just rushed it out there broken-like. Okay, but now Konami is taking their biggest franchise, and they've got 2 Metal Gear games that they're working on. What are they doing? One of them is a Metal Gear pachinko machine, okay, for gambling in Japan, because that's like the new big thing. So they took their franchise and they bastardized it and slapped it on a pachinko machine. What the fuck? And then the other is this Metal Gear Survive that they just released. Well, not released, but just showed the trailer for, and it's like instantly the most disliked fucking trailer on YouTube as far as video game goes.
Worse than COD trailer? Fucking.
Yeah,
Not
man,
trailer,
it's
actually.
bad.
Record.
Yeah, this might go for it. Honestly, this might get there because it's just only been out for a couple days. So you just wait and see.
I watched that trailer. It was
Yeah,
bad.
but let me kind of describe what the trailer is about. Basically, at the end of Ground Zeroes, spoiler warning for anyone who hasn't played Ground Zeroes. I know it's pretty cheap. It's out there. You can buy it and play it. It's actually a fun little 3-hour experience. But at the end of Ground Zeroes, again, spoiler warning, you are taking off in a helicopter. I don't know the guy's name. It's Snake?
Oh my god!
I've never
Oh my
played
What's
God.
a Metal Gear?
and I don't care.
Big Boss is flying away with Kaz in a fucking helicopter, and that's like the end of Ground Zeroes. That's before Snake goes into it. You don't even know what you're talking about. That's before Snake goes into a coma. That's before.
Nobody cares.
Shut
about
this
that.
fool
I'm
up.
talking
You don't
about
know
the trailer.
Shut up! I'm talking about the trailer too. Okay, so what this game is going to do is going to be taking place in between Metal Gear Ground Zeroes and Metal Gear Solid 5. All right,
Different dimension.
in a different dimension, right? Like everybody who ends up dying in this explosion on the main mother base at the end of Ground Zeroes, they supposedly get their base blown up and all these dudes sink into the sea and die. Well, no, that didn't really happen. What really happened was a portal came out of the fucking sky and sucked them all to an alternate reality where there's some unicorn zombies. All right, and now you gotta fight the unicorn zombies, and now it's become a co-op survival experience. Okay, just like all the other cheap motherfucking indie games that we see on Steam, just like all the other zombie killing games we see on Steam. Okay, that's the thing. They lost their genius with Hideo Kojima. They instead of taking some of the other loose ends in the plot points, because the story is not finished. I mean, they could have done 4 or 5 different Metal Gear games and covered different plot holes and events that are alluded to but never really fleshed out. And instead of doing that, instead of doing anything that had some substance to it, they make a game with no story, virtually no storyline, no main characters. All right, a game void of soul. All right, they cashed in, they slapped Metal Gear on it, and they made just another standard zombie survival game that we've all played 1,000 times, and that's it. And then they threw it in a different dimension so that when everybody hates it, they could say, "Oh, don't worry, that's not canon. It didn't really happen. This was all just a coma that Big Boss had, right before Metal Gear Solid 5. That's all. That's all this is. This is just a coma. It's just a fucked up coma dream." And that's what they're gonna do once everybody hates it. That's how they're gonna say, "Oh, don't worry, it's still canon, but we know it was fucked up. We just wanted to do something new." No, you didn't want to do something new. You wanted to do something old. All right, they wanted to do something safe. They didn't take any risk here. There are so many wonderful things they could have done with the Metal Gear franchise, and if this is what the direction that they're going with it, yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5 was indeed the last Metal Gear game for me, and that's huge because again, I've been playing these games since 1985, man. So that's sad. That's some sad shit. That's my rant. That's what I have to say about it. Fuck the unicorn zombies.
Did I hear unicorn zombies? That game, I don't know, man. That sounds like pretty good to me.
They're not actual unicorns. They're human figures that have this weird-looking red crystal thing popping out of their face.
That's a unicorn zombie, dog.
Yeah, but when you say unicorn zombie, I picture a dead actual unicorn.
Yeah, like a horse.
That's trying to eat people. Yeah, like a horse.
Okay. So yeah, it's a zombie with the unicorn horn. Okay,
Yeah, there you
is
go.
that better?
That's so much better.
There's so much longer to say, man. I'm just being lazy.
Whatever.
All right? I wanted to get it down to a couple syllables.
Words.
Okay.
Okay, Jay, if you had to pick between this game and No Man's Sky, which one would you take?
Oh, you motherfucker. I'd take this.
Wow.
If it was between one of the two, because look, man, I already have Elite Dangerous, and I've got my eye on Star Citizen. My PC space exploration games are covered, man. I'm good on that. So, nope.
There you go. So there's our rant on the new Metal Gear Survive that is coming presumably in, I don't know, end of the year, maybe next year. Who cares? Let's get to one last announcement. I don't want to spend hardly any time on this. This is just mainly an announcement. City Skylines, one of I want to say 2014's best indie games ever. Cities Skylines is I made an announcement that available this winter. An expansion is coming out that will add natural disasters, and I'm sure we all remember playing motherfucking SimCity 2000 and blowing up your entire fucking city with natural disasters.
The not so natural disasters.
Yeah, you've got
Well,
what,
hey, I'm just gonna
wildfire,
click this alien
tornado, and
spaceship as many
monster.
times as I can.
Right? It was natural. Don't worry, bro.
Yeah, Kyle, you used to play that at your buddy's place, right?
I used to play it when you weren't there, and you never knew.
Oh my god, motherfucker playing
He was
on my
fucking up
game.
your cities.
He comes downstairs. What the fuck are you doing? I ain't doing shit. I don't know what you're talking about. That's
Yes,
goddamn
here-
SimCity.
Here's a little bit of info on the expansion. It looks like it's gonna be free. It's not officially a part of, but what it's adding is it's adding a good feature called scenario mode, which will allow players to design custom game objectives, including custom starting cities, win conditions, time limits, and more. It all is going to be shareable on the Steam Workshop. And of course, the big thing is responding to and fixing natural disasters. Looks like you'll be able to kind of control how often they occur, but I think that'll be a mod. So, and there's also some feature where your citizens can go, I don't know, quote unquote, radio gaga with a new broadcast network. That's what it says. They can rapidly spread evacuation warnings to the other citizen. I think there's going to be actual objectives where you got to actually evacuate your city. Sounds pretty crazy. But that sounds awesome. And
Yeah,
City
If you guys
Skylines,
played City
I built
Skylines
lots
and
of
you
those
like
cities.
city builders, I mean, it's as good as they get.
It's the perfect one. It's everything you've wanted from a city builder. Say like the only thing you can't do is go down street level and walk around, but I think there's a mod that lets you do that.
Yeah, oh man, and that's the problem. I try to get back into that game, and I had to like go through all my mods and update them, get rid of them, and I just kind of gave up.
Yeah, it's got tons and tons of mods, but it's because people are creating the smallest things. Make like a kid designs one simple little house and puts it up there as a mod. One of his best friend gets it and rates it 5 stars, and then all of a sudden it shows up on the homepage for a day. It's like, oh, that's another one of 10,000 of these that were uploaded last week. So, just got to be too much, but maybe the searching is better.
Yeah,
That's it.
if you like city builders and you haven't played City Skyline, just get it. It's really good.
Worth it, whether it's on discount or not. If you want to build a city, that's how you do it. All right, so that's the end of the news. Now I'm gonna hand it over. I'm gonna hand it over to the Colonel. He's gonna give us the Colonel's Dollar Store Minute. Please take it away, Colonel Fat 69.
All right. Well, typically the title is Colonel's Dollar Store Minute, but this is more of a Colonel's Dollars Store Minute. He spent a little bit more on a game this week, but it looked really good, and I have been really impressed. It's called Song of the Deep. It's available on Steam normally at $15, but it's $9.89 right now. And it's a Metroidvania. Pretty much simple story. A girl lives with her dad, who's a sailor. He goes off and explores. One day he doesn't come back, so she builds a submarine and then goes off to find him. He used to tell her all these stories about the ocean, and you essentially are just a submarine. I saw in the trailer that you can get out of it. I didn't get far enough too. But pretty much when you go in, all you can do is swim, but then the first item you get is a claw, and the claw is essentially your weapon, and it's kind of like the whip in Castlevania, except you can do it in all directions, and it's also a grab shit, so you grab it and open doors and swim away, and you can also grab like the these like urchins and stuff on the seabed and chuck them at them. My main takeaway of this game is it's beautiful. Like the graphics are insane. Like if you like underwater and female protagonists, what was that, Jason? And underwater and Metroid style games where you're kind of just slowly upgrading your character, and it's like, I don't know how to get through this door. Later you find an item and you got to go all the way back, get through the door. It's one of those types of games, and I will be streaming it after this podcast to show you guys what it's all about. Again, it's $9.89 on Steam right now, and it's Song of the Deep, and I'm honestly quite excited to get moving on it, see what we can find.
So now, if you could buy this game or No Man's Sky,
Okay, Steve.
You can buy this game 5 times for the same price. And I'd recommend it 5 times. I'm sure you got 4 friends.
It does look really good, but it's $10 right now. Get on it. I think it's at like 30% of it. Yeah.
I don't know for how long, so mystery sale. No idea when it's gonna end.
The dollar store getting more and more expensive, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm on my game right now. I got some funds. It's like the original dollar store. It's like a lot of the things are almost $1, and then all of a sudden you got like, oh, what the fuck is that $10 picture doing over there? I don't want that shit.
Right? Is that a lamp for $10? That's a nice lamp. I think I'll get that.
Exactly.
There you go. So that will wrap up the first half of Irrelevant Gamers Discuss. It's been fun so far, don't you guys think?
Yeah.
I'm drinking.
Solid. I think I need another beer.
Jason's full of hate.
Hey. No, I'm telling you, that Metal Gear Survive fucked my week up. It really did, man. I saw that and I.
He's like, no, baby, I don't even want to have sex tonight. I'm so
No.
mad about this game.
I did though. Is that bad?
Yes.
Angry sex is sweet, man. All right, guys. We are Irrelevant Gamers Discuss. It is halftime. We will be right back.
Be right back, guys.
Yeah.
For you guys
What
in
are
the
you
live show.
watching? What does that even mean?
I don't
Stop
understand. I don't understand Club Penguin.
Penguin. Starbound thing.
All right, yo, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I gotta get my ass up. Getting swampy up in this joint.
Yeah, right.
Swampy up in
About 5 to 10. Swamp ass.
It's not working out. Air conditioner doesn't keep up on the top floor of this house. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah. I will be right back as well.
By the way, guys, I'm gonna have them till about like 9:50 tonight. So
Gotcha. Just wanted to mention, guys, if you check down in my channel description, you will see a link to our Discord. Then you can join our followers channel and chat with all the followers who are in it. And you know what Discord is. There you go.
Yo, you need a game to play at halftime.
I'm actually playing Eric's SoundCloud.
What? Sloth, you're talking in Egyptian to me, man.
Scarce's shirt. Who's Scarce? Scarce?
I like this chair. Unless it's Steve's chair.
You really see your chair. Oh, I want to play Mass Effect. You're not even gonna play it tonight, are you?
Depends on how far I get in this game.
Oh,
Fun fact. Slothman, how you doing? You slothing around? Slothy.
if you do a 360 on the chair, I'll follow. Yo, man. I can't sell myself out like that.
See, what kind of sucks is, what was I gonna say? The follower alert's not active on this scene of my OBS because that would interrupt the podcast. Loud as shit.
Okay, I see what you're talking about. Kind of weird that you thought about that. It's kind of random, but
That
alright.
chair is actually a love seat couch. I totally see that. Honestly, I don't really like the design of the couch, but it cost free, so I took it.
But it cost $3.
And it's pretty comfy. It gets the job done. Love that. Fun
It
fact.
cost-
You know what? I did have fun during that fact.
Sloth is actually a bottle of Snapple.
No way.
Just got Snapple facts for days.
Snapple packs. I'm gonna play my favorite from Eric's songs. This one. I like this one. Exactly. You know, it's got an interesting design. I still haven't like I've lived here for like a year and I still haven't put like a picture up or anything like that. Or clock. Fuck it.
Dude, I moved in one of my apartments in Madison when we moved in. I went in the bathroom and just right above the toilet was a Stephen Colbert poster. He was just pointing at you, just like that. It was just a poster up, man, in the bath. We kept that shit up all year.
I remember that. That was sketchy.
Oh no, I remember what happened. Abby took it down the day she got there, and I'm like, whoa, you just can't throw that shit away. So I put it in my room and hung it on the wall.
Oh yeah, that's it.
It's like every time I turn around from my desk and didn't want to do homework, it'd be like, Stephen Colbert's looking at you, you know? Best poster ever, man.
It was a good one.
And it was free. It cost free.
Free is the best price for anything. You can't get better than that. Unless it's like something that harms you upon touching it.
Like herpes.
Yeah, exactly. Free herpes, those are the worst kind of herpes. You really gotta watch the way you word certain phrases.
I mean, it depends, but you know, if you like, depends how you weigh like herpes over like truck root BJ. You know?
Yeah. It's true.
Nah, he sucks, Sloth.
No, I'm not. I could try though, because I did finally upgrade to a drip mod, so I basically shoot out giant puff clouds of smoke.
I was gonna say, I miss the hookah.
Haven't bought a pack of cigarettes in, I think, over a year now. Hey.
Yeah.
I'll drink to that. Like, I used to smoke hookah and I couldn't do it out of that either. I ain't got skills.
I had random skills. Some days I'll be able to do it really well, and then some days I just. Either way, it looks really weird when you're doing it because you have the whole lips.
Yeah, I can't do it. Just can't. I wish I was that MLG. I'll dab to that.
Bruziak, I don't know if you mean like the new hipster dab or like the dab that I think I know what it is, and I hope it's that.
I don't know. Dabalicious.
When I hear dab, I don't think of some move. I think of a substance.
Oh, I gotta get this like fucking trailer up.
Drink more Mountain Dew. I got some delicious piney.
Mountain Dew's good. I used to drink Mountain Dew way too much.
Yeah, I don't drink soda anymore,
I think
man.
it led to the fatness. Soda was the problem.
You switch out beer for soda, and it's actually healthier.
I'm here. I noticed on the stream I'm just a picture, or
Yeah,
you were
were
fucking up.
you were lagging like a son of a bitch.
really?
And it wasn't even like just on my OBS, like the actual window itself. You were lagging like a motherfucker.
Oh, that sucks.
We'll probably have
We-
to fix it for the next one.
Can we
Yo,
update
Eric,
the,
pop out the
agenda at
chat,
least?
man.
Why are people talking to me?
Probably.
No, it's nice to see what everyone's saying.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Go in that little cog on the bottom left, click it, and
It's like
type
the
and-
settings
and-
cog.
Is the agenda gonna get updated?
Yes, it will.
Wow, fucking scrub stream.
Wow, took 2 fucking seconds. I was
You're
waiting for
lucky
you guys.
Jay's
We're
here.
still at
Like, you two
halftime. I
live.
don't have halftime on this fucking screen. So now you fucked it up. Fucked it all up. Whatever, it's fine. I'm just kidding. Alright, here we go.
I'm not camera this week. That's fine.
Oh god, that might
I
be
gotta
easy,
think
I don't
of
know.
side quest
You
stuff.
kept freezing
guys-
in funny poses.
That's true. Oh god, I'm fucking it up.
That's funny.
You scared away the customers.
Yeah, nobody would order food at your restaurant.
What?
That should be the, here's the scenario. Eric owns a restaurant. What would it be and what would they serve? I think they'd find like
That could be really funny.
You don't come up with these ideas on Wednesdays or Thursday mornings.
During the
Well,
podcast,
They would
halftime,
all
is when he
do
comes up with
fancy,
$1 million.
they're high quality chefs. And then he'd only cook roadkill to save the environment.
Say GG to Sloth.
Bam, I did it.
He did it.
Ready for the
Okay.
second hurl.
I just don't hear Jason yet.
I heard him while he was here. Or maybe I'm just hearing things.
I think you're hearing things because I haven't heard.
Oh,
him.
he told us guys to fix the agenda.
Oh yeah, he did.
You know what? I actually could do that.
Professionalism.
Yes.
Aren't we a little late for this trailer? Isn't this like out?
Yeah, but thought in
Makes
celebration of
no
the
sense.
release, we would
Microwave.
watch the trailer.
Bravo.
I didn't really want that game.
Sloth wrote a good poem. Roses are red, my name is
Microwave.
Dave.
Dude, I love that.
This
That was
rhyme
funny
makes
as
no
shit.
sense. Microwave. Hey.
I love it.
Nice. You're welcome, Sloth.
That microwave threw me off, man. I wasn't expecting that. Good.
Solid rhyming abilities.
Andrew says Packers 17, Raiders 3.
But they're playing the Raiders. Why even
Suck
watch?
it, Raiders.
No, I
Go,
guess
Pack,
Monday
go.
played pretty good.
The Raiders are always supposed to be good, but in reality, they suck.
That's not good.
Haven't been good in a long time.
I don't know. It's preseason. Like, I like football, but at the same time,
Yeah, I don't give a shit. About
it's-
All right, guys, we should get started. I gotta leave at like 9:50.
Yo, we're waiting for you.
Yeah, we were waiting for you.
I've been here. I've been here. Let's go. Come on.
What? Bullshit.
Come on. I ain't slowing nothing. Come on. I love rushing people, then telling them I'm in a hurry. Like, come on, and then they're like, I'm the slow one and shit. Like, I love doing that.
Yes,
All right, well, let's go.
Thumbs up,
Okay.
let's ride.
I'm ready. You guys are ready. Let me count it down. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Irrelevant Gamers Discuss. Yay!
Yeah.
Halftime's over.
I was gonna say, is this where we cheer or what?
I didn't see that in
One
the
of
show
those,
notes.
We need one of those applause signs. You know, well, the old
Yeah.
Seinfeld episodes, man.
Perfect.
Right? Studio audience sounds.
Yeah.
There you
How
go.
was I supposed to know?
All right, so halftime's over. That means it's discussion time. This is Irrelevant Gamers Discuss, and we discuss shit. This week, we are talking about side quests. We're going to talk about what makes a good side quest and what makes a bad side quest. We're going to go back into our memories of specific examples of what made side quests so amazing for us, what made them shitty. Let's talk about them. Because I love side quests. I almost love side quests more than I love the main story. Just depends on the game. And
I think you hit the nail on the head with depends on the game.
Yeah, it totally depends on the game. I also like side quests, and I think the game that probably does them better than 90% of other games. Again, when you're talking about side quests, we're kind of almost always talking about like RPG specific games in general. There hardly are any shooter side quest games, stuff like that. But like, unless you're talking Borderlands, which again is still very RPG in nature. I think the game that does it best is Witcher 3, because you can't even tell if you're playing a side quest or a story mission. They give just as much love to their side quests through voice acting, through cinematics, through just what you're doing in the mission details and whatnot, just as much as the main quest line. Sometimes when I'm playing that game, I literally don't know if I'm playing a main quest or a side quest, because it's just as much fun and it's indistinguishable due to the amount of love and detail they put into the game. When you're playing a game like Skyrim, again, still really good side quests, but you could tell you're on a side quest. They're much shorter, they're not as detailed, but those are still done right. When you play a game like World of Warcraft, for instance, their side quest will be like collect 10 boar skin. That's a side quest done wrong. That's some bullshit. That's just you out there grinding one specific thing just to turn in the side quest. I like to do side quests. The perfect side quest, in my opinion, is something that you could do while you're still doing the main quest, that you don't necessarily have to go out of your way for. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's why it's called a side quest.
Yeah, but there are a lot of
You're
side
defining
quests.
it.
There are a lot of side quests you don't have to go out of your way for, and that's done well. When you can find the side quest item on your main quest storyline, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to spend 10 hours grinding a specific item or trying to hunt down one rare item. When they incorporate it well into the main storyline, that's when I think they do it the best. And that's my take on side quests.
So, like, what Jason's saying is he really appreciates like the Dark Souls side quests. So a lot of those side quests, when it comes to upgrading your weapons further, sometimes.
Yeah,
or just getting NPCs to do the right things. Like, mostly you can play through the game like normal and get all the side quests done without having to go really far out of your way. Some of them are really obscure, but for the most part, most of the side questing kind of happening as long as you remember to just run 20 feet over this way and talk to that person or grab this item that you'll turn in on your way back to the hub, you know?
Exactly.
I think that's okay. I like Dark Souls side quests they're goofy, and I thought Dark Souls 2 did it the best because you could actually get them all done. Like, Dark Souls 3, you kind of got to pick. But I mean, that's a very specific example, and I want to say one of my favorite side quests is Lucatiel in Dark Souls 2, because it's almost like a really awesome version of Where's Waldo, because she hides in the weirdest spots. I mean, you guys know, if you haven't played Dark Souls 2, maybe tune out for the next 30 seconds, but that last area when she's in that poison area way down at the bottom, and you actually have to drop off that ledge, and it's so tiny, and then it's another ledge down to go through the cave. That's an insane hiding spot. If you haven't found her the 4 times before that, she won't even show up in that cave, so you wouldn't have even known. Craziness.
That was
I
crazy.
think they changed her position in Scholar.
They might have. They changed a lot, though. Because they knew a lot of people who were going to buy Scholar were the people who already had Dark Souls 2 anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had to change enough.
Right.
So that's the point.
Yeah, I think for me, I guess side quests for me, it kind of depends. Like, I don't really want them to be side quests. You know, like if I do a quest knowing I'm just gonna do this and get a reward like money that I really, don't really need that much, but it's whatever. There's not like an actual purpose to it. It's just you get some money. I don't know, man. I end up never really doing those, and even in Witcher 3, yeah, the reason that I did some of the side quests, like the Witch Hunt or the Witcher contracts, because they were so cool, and like each Witcher contract had a different cool enemy and all that stuff. But other than that, I mean, even The Witcher, I had most fun just going through the main story because the side quests, they were all just for money, and that was that. For
So
the quests,
payout is a big deal for you, huh?
yeah, I mean, the side quests that I would say that I like, take Mass Effect 2. You can beat the game without doing all the extra character development stuff and have everyone die and win.
That's true.
Or you can
Fuck
do
'em.
the, I guess, quote unquote side quests that go with the game and actually beat it properly. So I guess I don't know if I guess I consider them side quests because you don't have to do them. But they are pretty relevant and important. So, I mean, I kind of like those because it feels like I am doing something towards the main. It's kind of like necessary. And I also like extra challenges. I guess you can call those side quests, like Super Mario RPG, man. You beat the last boss, and then there's that Final Fantasy boss that's ridiculously hard at the end to kind of, like a raid boss kind of feel, just like super boss, like a side boss, I guess, but it's, a challenge. And I like that kind of stuff, too.
Yeah,
Kyle,
I'd
you
say,
want to
like,
go, or do you want me to jump in?
No, I got some. Well, because you guys kind of touched on it. I think, when you define side quests, it really depends on the game. Mass Effect, you almost need the side quests to really get through it. And what you're saying, like optional bosses, like Dark Souls has those where you don't really need to kill them to get through the game, but that's how you get the cool shit. So it's like you really want to do them. I think rewards definitely really important, but to touch on something that it really hasn't. I mean, you really kind of define side quests of the game, and there's a lot of games like that. So if you go to like Elder Scrolls, where Skyrim would happen, and I get some like crazy OCD with like any game where you got like news showing up, and it's just, hey, you got something there. Well, I always have a quest bar, so I'm like, I gotta finish all this shit. And you get the Radiant quests that fucking are constantly, like, they're slightly different enough to think, okay, maybe I'll do enough of these and it'll progress into something more. But then you realize you just went out and killed random villages like 15 times in a row, and you're just like pissed off. It's like, I didn't even get shit for that. Just, what the fuck? I mean, yeah, I guess you could say at the end of the game where you're done, you could just keep doing these raiding quests and improve your character. But like with Fallout or Skyrim, that shit just kind of pissed me off because I didn't know what was what. And I was too lazy to look shit up. So that's kind of my little rant on side quests. It's hard to
I don't
touch
really
bases
know what
so
you said.
specific.
Well, who's gonna talk?
Go for it, man.
All right. What I was gonna say is my kind of favorite perfect version of a side quest is the side quest has its own separate story. It's obviously in the same universe, but it doesn't necessarily have to connect to the main story at all. I personally, some of my favorite quote unquote side quests were Skyrim. Seriously, like, because you go to the Mage Guild, it has its own complete story. You go to the Thieves Guild, it has its own complete
The
story.
guild side quests in Skyrim were fun, man. You're right. The Mage Guild has some really good ones. So did the Thieves Guild. You're right. Those were good side quests.
Yeah. The only issue I take with those, because what makes them not perfect for me, is that Bethesda really didn't. I mean, you could use clues and common sense and figure out what was the main quest, but they didn't necessarily tell you. And I think it should be defined for people who really do just want to get through the game. Don't send people off on random side quests if they don't want to do side quests. Don't trick them into it.
I never. You have a
I don't
problem
know,
with
if you're too
Skyrim, though.
stupid, you get
Main
No,
quest.
because if you had common sense, but they didn't. Like Fallout, like Kyle was saying, it was kind of a struggle. And I played Fallout New Vegas. I didn't necessarily know where I was supposed to go to figure out the main quest.
You usually end up having like a main quest icon. It was just, yeah.
Some games do it really well, but yeah,
Like,
I
I
just
really
like
consider
completely
that-
separate stories, and I want the ending of the story to not be as epic as the main quest, but to still have an epic ending. And then it can tie itself into the main story after that. But yeah, I just like separate stories.
I guess I didn't really consider the factions in Skyrim to be side quests, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess they
yeah.
are.
You
It's
can
definitely a good way to
skip
look
all
at
of
it.
them.
Definitely
You
side
can
Skip
quests.
everything in Skyrim, pretty much.
Yeah,
Man,
you can.
But like it's almost Skyrim's almost you could consider those like separate campaigns almost. Like the main one's the main one, but you could still go do those after
Yeah.
you beat it.
I thought side quests more like that guy in the tavern asked you to go deliver the
Deliver
goods
the
to
package. Fuck that.
Greybeards. And you
All
get some-
right.
Yeah. So yeah, bad versions of side quests are definitely the lame fetch and collect them and don't get much out of them. So,
Yeah, nobody really likes that shit. We can all do without that.
yeah, and another example of bad side quests is the way Diablo 3 does it. They like during the course of the campaign there will be rooms you can go into, and you know it's free all the prisoners that you stumbled upon in this basement, and you free them all, you get an XP bonus. That's
You know,
not
those
that's not
are
a
really-
separate.
Those
They're
are
like
really bad
instances.
side quests. I hardly count those as Diablo side quests. I think Diablo 3 side quests would be the dailies, you know, going around and collecting all of the little bonus caches from the axe and whatnot, completing your bounties. Those are the side quests of Diablo 3, and you don't even have access to the bounties side quests until you beat the game. So yeah, Diablo 3 does a very horrible quest system because you can't do any side quests until you beat the game.
Very quickly reach a point where you realize that these little instances and side quests don't mean
Shit.
anything.
Yeah, they don't mean anything.
Save all these prisoners. They're very important
Why?
to the whatever. It's like, okay, you
To the
free them all, they
world.
run away, and then you keep going. Okay. Yeah, maybe you get a nice warm feeling, but
Oh yeah, man.
All right, well, those are some
You're
good
just cold
views
as
on
ice,
side
both
quests.
of you.
so are we done discussing side quests?
Yeah,
believe
let's
so.
move on. Trailer time.
All right. So it's time for trailer time. Like Kyle said, we're gonna do it. We're gonna, in celebration of its release, which is just a day or two ago. Again, it's August 18th. Grow Up got released on Steam and the PS4. I'm not sure about Xbox. I don't really care.
Yo, where did you
But-
find this trailer? There's no, it's 24 views and no comments.
Whatever, let's just fucking watch it.
We're about to give it some views. It needs some views.
The underground.
comments on here.
I'll get my
They're
trailers.
really
up.
My
big
guy
gamers
knows a
was
guy
here.
and he got me this link.
This is an exclusive, folks.
Yeah, so for the listeners or the brand new people to the show, what we do every week is we boot up a game trailer and all four of us watch it together with the live viewers on Twitch. I apologize if you're listening on the audio version. The next minute is going to be kind of boring, but we are going to do our best after the trailer to describe it to the audio listeners. So if we're all ready, which I think we are,
Ready.
Ready? Let's
Okay.
do it.
I'm going to count us down. We're going on go. 3, 2, 1, go. So sweet. Called Grow Up. Love the sounds.
See, dude.
That's a pretty good trailer.
And this is a sequel to Grow Home. Small little indie game out of Ubisoft.
What?
Ignore that last part, unless you know how to read it.
That is
No,
why.
I'm not understanding what's the gameplay.
Okay, so Grow Home. This was the original, the first game. What happened is you're this little red robot. You come to a planet and you fall out of your spaceship. And the entirety of the game is to help grow this giant beanstalk all the way up into the sky, so you can hop off the beanstalk and back into your ship. And that's what you spend a good amount of, I want to say, 3 to 5 hours doing, climbing this massive beanstalk that you're kind of progressively solving puzzles and adding to, so it grows even more, and you grow yourself all the way back up to your spaceship. So in this game, I don't know the entire story or the premise, but I just know that the little robot is his main objective is to get to the moon. From the planet you start on, you're getting to the planet's moon. So
What's he do when he's on the moon?
I have no idea, dude. That's Endgame, and I don't think they revealed
God.
that.
You need to know. You need to buy it and beat it.
We're
You
gonna
grow
work
that
on
beanstalk, Eric. I believe in you.
Yeah, get up to the top.
I bet you're the best at growing beanstalks.
Maybe. But yeah, that is available now. It is $9.99 on Steam. But yes, you are a little green robot with very interesting, funny movements and noises, and it's all 3D. Yeah, climb up. It's a 3D platforming game. Get to the top. Solve the puzzles.
It's only
You
10
got
bucks.
this.
I'm sure it's good.
Yeah, I bet it's good.
Yeah, and I guess that glider that he was floating around with, that's brand new. I guess the only thing you had in Grow Home was like a parachute. So I imagine these puzzles are going to be pretty physics based, and you will be very narrowly landing on leaves and stuff like that.
Look
Kind of
good to
like
me.
some Zelda games where you had to float through the air with the.
I like the
Parachute.
I did not get
Leaf
Zelda out of that
from
Yeah,
trailer.
Wind Waker,
Leaf.
but yeah, I get the physics style, what you're saying, but yeah, grow up. $9.99 on Steam.
Yeah, that was trailer time. Hope you all enjoyed. Now we're moving on to Sash's Indie Corner. Jason has a great game for us. Tell us what it is.
All right, so this week I got a beauty for you. It's an 8-bit game. It's called Odallus: The Dark Call. Again, that's Odallus, however they pronounce that. Odallus, The Dark Call. All right, now I've had my eye on this game for about a year, and I've been waiting for a sweet, sweet, sweet price point to jump on in. It's $14.99 normally. It is on sale until August 22nd at 70% off for $4.49. Folks, that's a steal. It's a steal of a deal. This game, if you are a fan of 8-bit platformers at all, or if you've ever enjoyed old school Metroid or Castlevania games, then I cannot recommend that you pick this up instantly. I cannot recommend that enough, is what I'm saying. The game is amazing, absolutely amazing. It plays just like Castlevania always should. Those games were always the platformer ones anyway, up until like Super Nintendo. We're always a little stiff. You don't have that going on here. The levels are absolutely huge. There's exploration, different paths, secrets in every area. They've got a new game plus mode essentially, which adds more enemies, harder enemies, switches around some of the relics and item locations, actually adds new secret areas. So there's a lot of shit going on here. Not to mention the look and feel and sound of this game. It'll bring you right back to the 80s and 90s. It's perfect, man. Playing this game is just so much fun. It's like if you were to take Shovel Knight, but it was made by the people who make Dark Souls or Castlevania instead. That's what we're talking about here. So if you like games like Shovel Knight, if you liked Shovel Knight at all, you gotta check this shit out now. So yeah, that's what I gotta say. There's Odallus, The Dark Call.
Yo,
you
speaking
showed-
of bringing you back to the 80s, 90s, Jason, did you watch Stranger Things on Netflix?
No, I've heard a lot of good things about it though.
Yo, if you like the old Goonies shit, man, you need to watch that show.
All right,
It's 8 episodes, man. It's all out. No commercials.
Okay,
Donnie
okay.
will like it.
Nice.
Even Steve likes it.
I
Oh,
did.
shit.
I just have to say what you showed me, Jason. I mean, what I saw from the game,
Yeah.
it did look a lot like it was basically Metroidvania, but more Castlevania. Like you had the throwing axes, and you had like instead of a whip, you had a sword. But
Exactly.
it kind of acted like the sword. So, and it was just like a faster paced kind of. Like I played Super Castlevania for the Super Nintendo or whatever it was called. That was amazing. It was like that, but sped up. Like you could dash and stuff.
Nice. All right. Let's move on from the indie corner. Once again, thank you, Jason. That was awesome. But yeah, it's Colonel Crosstalk time, guys. Who's excited? I'm excited. Give us Colonel Crosstalk.
Yeah. Colonel Crosstalk.
We're gonna let him start it off. He's fucking pumped.
All right. Well, Colonel Crosstalk is basically we're gonna talk about some Mass Effect. I know that it's already been out for a good while. Mass Effect 1, 2, 3. I only played 2 and 3. I never actually played the first one. Steve probably hates me for that. But
Yeah.
really, I was going to touch base more on 3 because the multiplayer in that game is what I'm aiming at because we just got this again. It was on sale right now. Thank you for the follow. That's awesome. I didn't think it was working. But anyway, back to Mass Effect. The multiplayer in 3, it's essentially like a survival-based game, but you got so many more characters and abilities than you can actually get in the single player. Like they've released so many new characters through DLC, and all of it was free, which was amazing. And some of the new shit's crazy, and I'm excited to get back into it. Think of Gears of War with more weapons, crazier enemies, and you get like a Diablo feel in terms of having multiple powers that you constantly want to be using, and some of the shit has gotten so ridiculous. Like there's a whip character now who can just smash and just grab people and launch them, and the biotic combos are just nuts. Like I'm excited for it. We're gonna be jumping on that a lot. But Steve, you got all 3 of them, so you gonna be actually going through all of them, or?
I don't know. I mean, maybe eventually. But for $15 or you can get them on Steam, but you can only get the first 2 on Steam. I recommend getting all 3, whether you get 2 on Steam, 1 on Origin, whatever. You got to get the third one on Origin. But I just got all 3 of the trilogy for $15 on Origin, man. I don't even care. That's such a good deal, and I'll have those games for forever now. Mass Effect, the series, when I played the first one, a friend recommended it to me, and oh man, dude, I couldn't find. That was back in the time of finding discs, man, and I couldn't find Mass Effect 2. It took me about 2 weeks to fucking find Mass Effect 2, and I was dying, man, because I had to
remember
play
that.
Oh, I had to play it, man, and I played it, and I was not disappointed at all, dude. Those games are so good. The story is so good. And then 3 came along. A lot of people had a problem with the ending. I thought it was okay. Good enough for me not to go in a class action lawsuit. That was kind of fucking ridiculous. But overall, man, if you haven't played the series for $15, you're gonna buy yourself a good 80 hours of entertainment.
Easily
at least
80. That's just the single player stories. All 3 of them.
Yeah, and not only will you love it, man, but like come the third. And I can't. The second's been a long time, but come the third, man, there's some moments in that game where, I mean, it's heart wrenching and it's it's just really good, and I can't say enough. It's probably my favorite trilogy ever made, and I can't say enough about it. For $15, you can get all 3 of them. That should be illegal.
And I would like to add one more thing. And if you guys get it on Origin, let us know, because it's just being crossed right now, and Mass Effect 3 survival mode, you can have up to 4, and they don't actually increase the difficulty. It's just really hard with less than 4 people. So
Yeah,
it's out.
You don't know who's actually playing, so like if you're trying to matchmake, I don't know if it's people are still playing that game.
Oh, it's
we
dead.
can play with friends, but
It's dead.
Not anymore. Bringing it back.
Yeah, we're bringing it back hard.
Oh man, does it look good? If you guys got it running on 1440 or whatever, man. Oh, it looks
Ooh.
good.
It's beautiful and crisp. Like I am like just now getting into PC shooters with a mouse and a keyboard, and sniping is just so much fun. Fun fact: when we used to play this, Steve was so salty. I got the Black Widow like right away, and I had never really sniped, and now it's just that gun's like cheating. It's so good, and now I don't have it. Oh shit! Fuck. But I did get the Geth Juggernaut. But I say anyway, that's the Colonel Cross Mass Effect. $10 on Origin for 3, $15 for all of them. And yeah, that's what the Colonel Cross was all about.
We sell games for EA. That's what we do.
Exactly.
Yes, that's what the Colonel
Sponsor.
Cross talk this week was. It was kind of an advertisement.
Hey, $15 for all 3 of those, man. If you played them, you'd understand too.
Okay, good deal. They're very good games. I trust the reviews and I trust you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Trust
Okay.
yourself. Play it.
So, I would like to move to our next segment, and that is our questions and emails segment. And I would like to start off by saying thank you very, very much to VP Sparkles, one of our favoriteest fans ever, sent us an email. In fact, she sent us 33 emails.
What?
And
Oh,
every
that's gonna be
single email is a different picture of a cat
Oh, that's awesome.
with Nicolas Cage's face photoshopped onto it.
All right, that's pretty fucking funny.
Oh, Sparkles is awesome.
Any of the fans would like me to share, we can get you in the Discord where I will be starting to slowly get those posted, but it's quite a project. There are
Yeah.
33 of them in 33
Separate emails too.
Didn't you say the first emailer would get a Steam card? You would buy them a Steam card?
I don't remember that.
I remember that. It was episode 7.
Specifically Skeezy, not anyone
Yeah,
else.
I
To go back and listen to that and make sure you're telling the truth.
No, the problem is, man, we haven't heard from Sparkles in like a week.
No,
She's
that
got
is
it.
not true. I heard from her today. She's just been really busy. She's
Did she leave this?
No,
Busy
she didn't try to fix
photoshopping.
it. It might have been fucked up, but I talked to her on Steam, so
Okay.
it's all good.
There you go. So
Well,
we
she
did
needs to
get
know
some
that
emails.
Eric heavily enjoyed her Nicolas Cage cat pictures.
It was pretty funny because every email I was waiting for a question for the show, thinking, yeah, these are all going to have a silly picture in them, but one
But
of
there's
these,
something
maybe the
coming,
last
right?
one, there's going to be a question or a comment. Nope. Everyone is literally just a picture. A bunch of them don't even have titles. It says no subject. So it was literally 33 cat pictures. So Nick,
But they
Nick
all
Cage,
have Nick Cage's face? Every single one of
Nick
them?
Cage cats.
Every single one of them?
One picture was a man in a blue turtleneck sweater holding a cat with the man's face was Nicolas Cage smiling. The cat was a normal cat.
Okay, that's really fucked up, man. Like
This
this,
is
there's a
awesome.
couple things wrong with all that.
Amazing.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
my God.
Thanks for the email.
So yes, VP Sparkles, thank you for the emails. Do we have any questions in Twitch? Listeners, this is your chance to send us some questions and be heard live on the show. Please keep it somewhat family friendly, unless you want to know really weird stuff about the irrelevant gamers, in which case, if you want to answer, whatever.
Well,
Any questions?
I
Yeah, why is
honestly,
Jason a tree?
Why is Jason a
Through
tree?
that, man. It's because I got a lot of wood.
I'm gonna ask it every time.
every time.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like we're getting any questions on the chat room. So let's do some plugging and tell me about your upcoming weekends.
Yeah. Well, I guess I can go. Just to plug some stuff. If you're here, just scroll down. If you look at my Twitch /ColonelFat69, you are watching us live, and there's a link to the Discord that we have there. where you can join us. It's essentially like a little Irrelevant Gamers social media site where you can post random text channels, and then I do certain streams where we will be in the followers voice channel, so you can chat with us and be on the stream, and it'd be great. Also, I make YouTube videos as well. The link will be in the description of the stream as well. I'm the only Colonel Fat 69 on YouTube or Twitch, guaranteed. I've checked. And yeah, this weekend, I'm actually not entirely sure what I'm doing. I've got a lot of new games. Probably play some more Necropolis with Eric, and
You wanted me and my fiance to come up there on Saturday.
that's true. You certainly can. I don't think I'm doing shit.
Kyle wants to drunk stream.
We certainly could do that.
Jason, do you want to drunk stream?
Not Saturday night, but maybe.
Saturday morning?
Maybe
I'm a day
maybe
drinker.
Saturday morning, afternoon. That's a bit fucked. But maybe.
Alright, yeah, so that's what I might be doing. We might go see Kyle. Other than that,
you should come over, see what's good.
yeah, and
I'll come
I thought
game
you
with
were
you.
coming down here.
Yeah, it depends. It depends actually if what my brother's doing. He's still moving in to his place, so I'm not sure if I actually am this weekend. So if you did come down to see Kyle on Saturday, that would be perfect. I could see you on Saturday morning.
Where's
and
Jay
take a
gonna
look
go?
Technically, it's up, isn't it?
I just say down, over, up. It doesn't matter, man. I don't give a fuck. It
Dude,
depends.
just go left till you
Yeah,
get
hey,
there, alright?
just go left till you get there, right? Yeah.
Wow.
Steve,
That'd be
you're just gonna chill in Florida, huh? You're not gonna come hang out
Nah, I'm
with
not
us?
gonna drive, dude. Hey, you know, I would maybe if I didn't think my car would break down on the way there.
Just go left.
But I mean, it's a miracle you even made it down here to begin with.
It's a lot easier during the winter because, you know, half your drive would be cool. But yeah, in this heat, dude, all the way up to Wisconsin, dude, you're just gonna burn your tires out and just.
It's not really the
It's
tires
weird.
I'm worried about. It's more like the engine.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean when the
I'm
road's
not
hot.
going like 200 miles an hour.
I don't know. Shit happens. Should we close off
Take
the
a
show?
fucking plane.
I guess I should plug something real quick. If you guys like music, go to soundcloud.com/EA-Skeezy, EA-Skeezy, that is. Yeah, there's music there. Listen to music. Everyone
And
likes
if you
music.
were here during halftime, you were listening to it.
Yeah, I heard it at the break. It was good stuff. Whether
It was.
you're listening to the audio or watching on Twitch. I'm closing
Yo,
out the
Colonel
show.
Fat's got Twitch Turbo.
I did get Twitch Turbo.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I'm on that level, guys.
it's official.
All right, we're dragging it out. It's time to go.
All right, so this is Secession, folks, also known as Jason. Yeah. You can check out some awesome videos and trailers of mine on YouTube. Go to YouTube channel Epicus Trailers. That's Epic US Trailers, one word. And you're gonna see some awesome shit. Check it out. So yeah, that's it, right? That's all the plugs. Did we miss anybody?
Oh,
No,
actually,
we're
let
good.
me
I
mention
It
one
doesn't
more
matter.
thing.
I
I'm
think
gonna
we're
be
all plugged up,
streaming-
man.
We're
I'm gonna be
plugged up.
streaming the Colonel's Dollar Store game. That Song of the Deep. It's the submarine game I was talking about earlier. It's gonna be great.
Yep, Kyle's hopping off the stream and staying streaming. He's hopping off the podcast and jumping straight into a game stream. Whatever, we're done. I'm outroing the show right now. We were Irrelevant Gamers Discuss. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please come back next week, Thursday, for the live show again on Colonel Fat 69 Twitch's channel. But for Steve, Jason, Kyle, and myself, EA Skeezy, we are out of here. Thank you for watching again. Peace out.
Later, guys.
Hope to see you next week, folks. Hope to see you next week.
End recording.